My people, you see in this life, whom God have blessed, no man can curse. And indeed, God have blessed Queen Naomi. And not even all these Oloris can curse her because she is indeed a blessed child. Information reaching us right now, allegedly, is that it was a joyful moment for Queen Naomi and Ooni of Ife as Oloris from other kingdoms storms the palace to give her their support. You know that sometime last week, or last 2 weeks, we heard that this wife of Alake of Egbaland with Olori Sekinat and some other queens, they had a meeting and they decided that they are going to support Queen Naomi to return back to her matrimonial home. That it's beginning to look as if she is afraid of the women in the palace. That they are going to, even if it means going to spend some days with her in the palace for her to return back to her matrimonial home, that they are going to do that. And before now, we have been hearing that Olori Shekinat have been advising her that she can never run away from her shadows, that that palace is her home. And no matter how she see it, as long as President Nikawo is involved, that she cannot leave the palace. And coupled with the fact that KBS is not ready to grant her as in to give her access to continue or move on with her life, that the best thing for her to do is to claim what is hers and stop being afraid of the women, that they cannot do anything to her and to Prince Tadenikawo. But the fact remains that the women in question, these people are mamalawos and babalawos themselves, you know, people that can invoke water. But another good thing is that Queen Naomi on the other side is a prophetess of God, and I believe her power is more greater than the powers that operate in that palace, because a lot of power operates in the palace. You see this fight, the fight is beyond Kabiesi, the women and all of that. The fight is territorial fight, you know. But in any case, I believe what they are telling Queen Naomi is the right thing for her to return back to her home, that any fight that comes out of it, that they are going to stand right behind her to fight the battle, you know. So after then, I don't know if that is what triggered Queen Naomi to change her, as in step up her game, because she really stepped up her game. Before now, you will hardly hear that Queen Naomi come to the palace. Before she will come to that palace, just know that that thing is something that nothing can be done about it. But recently, she is coming to the palace at will. And the good part of it is that they say she is the one cooking for Kabiesi. And for that reason, Kabiesi will not go hungry now. She is always in the palace to bring food to her husband. And right now, she is frequenting the palace than usual because she is making preparations for her return. So on this day, they said she have come to supervise some of the staff that she employed that will be working for her in the palace. The Sekabiesi volunteered to employ staff for her, and she said no. Her reason was because a lot of things have been happening recently. A whole lot have been happening, such that these staffs cannot be trusted. But that is not to say that those ones she employed, they are perfect. I don't know. But she believed that at least she knows the sources where she employed them from. And maybe they are allegiances for her. And that is why she decided to employ them. I don't know what she must have told them why employing them or where she employed them from. But they say she was the one who chose to employ the staff. But the staff, because they don't have that royal orientation, it decided to bring them to the palace to go through some trainings where they will be guided on how to serve in a royal setting like that of Kabiesi. So she was there, and they said all of a sudden she saw some cars trooping in, and she was surprised. Everyone was surprised because I don't know. Maybe she must have let one of them know that she was going to the palace. I don't know how they got the information, but they said they really gave her the shocking surprise of her life. They surprised her when the cars were stopping, the wives were dropping, Olori Shekinat, the wife of Egbalan, and so many other wife of the kings. They said Queen Naomi was downfolded. She opened her mouth. To close it was too difficult. She was overjoyed. And they said these women told her that they have come to let her know that they are solidly behind her, that they are happy for the step that she have taken to return back to her home, that the house belongs to her. No matter how hard these people fight, that she is going to be victorious at the end of the day, that she should know that nothing good comes easy. But for the fact that she have made this bold step, that they are going to support her and ensure that she did not regret making that step. They said she was happy. She was happy. Kabiyesi too was super happy. They said Olori Sekinat told her allegedly that as long as Kabiyesi is behind her and they are behind her, that she will always come out victoriously, that she have nothing to be afraid of, as long as that this home is hers and she will remain here, that she is going to grow old in that palace, that nothing can stop it. Hey, my people, they say Queen Naomi was like, is this really happening? She was surprised. She couldn't hold her tears of joy. Oh my God. Anyways, I want to remind you that these are all alleged information, but my prayer is let it be true. I want it to be true because this is what we have been praying for. Because you see, these women, prophecies have been revealing before now that they are going to be leaving the palace the same way they entered the palace. And right now, what is happening? If this information of this ancient stuff is true, and with the way we are hearing it, be like saying na true, but me, I don't know. I don't know. If that information is true, it simply means that the gods are sending them out the same way they entered the palace. Because right now, someone like Auntie Igbi and Auntie Blue Blooded, they cannot come to the palace and spend some hours and be comfortable there. No. No, 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 no. The only time they can spend close to 3 to 4 hours in the palace and nothing will happen is if Kabiyesi invites them for one reason or the other. But if they decide to come on their own without Kabiyesi's invitation, whoop, they cannot stay there. They cannot feel comfortable. The same thing that have been chasing them out of the palace will continue to chase them. And from all indication, this thing that is chasing them is what, from what we heard allegedly, it is what they brought upon themselves. Because they are the ones who buried the B reports. And the B report have been dug out and burnt against the rules and regulation given to them that guides that B report. And now they are running helter-skelter looking for solution. And the funny part of the thing is that Kabiyesi shows no concern about what is happening to them. And I'm sure he will be saying, thank God, after all, this is what he have ever wanted, that they leave the palace without a fight. Because I know that Kabiyesi will not want to do certain things so that it will not be on paper that he did this to his wives and all of that. Anyway, guys, they said Queen Naomi was happy and Kabiyesi too was happy as these women visited to give Queen Naomi their support. I want you to be remembered that always be remembering that these are all alleged information. I do not live in the palace, okay? I am just a blogger. Bye for now. See you guys.